Welcome back to The Wandering Screen. I'm Matt Carson, and today I'm discussing Better Man and what you need to know about its subject, Robbie Williams. Let's get into it. Even if you're unfamiliar with British pop legend Robbie Williams, Michael Gracey's Better Man will draw you in from the opening scene and never let go. This isn't your typical music biopic. While you might recognize Williams' iconic hits like Rock DJ, Come Undone, or The Unforgettable Kids with Kylie Minogue, the film takes you much deeper into his psyche and turbulent life, all through the lens of a fantastical and somewhat surreal narrative choice. Robbie Williams is portrayed by a CGI chimpanzee. Yes, you heard that right. Incredibly, it works. Robbie's story kicks off in the 90s when he was 16 years old and joined the boy band Take That. The group comprised of Gary Barlow, who was the songwriter, Williams and Mark Owen, who provided backing vocals, and Jason Orange and Howard Donald, who were the backup dancers, and the band was pretty much manufactured for maximum commercial appeal. There was tight choreography, half-naked costumes, and a lot of screaming fans. But this is when Robbie's drug abuse escalated fast to the point of near overdose, and subsequently, he was asked to leave the band. He had written so many songs but never had the opportunity to reveal them until he met record producer and songwriter Guy Chambers, who gave Robbie permission to share and explode his heart. That opportunity is captured in one of the most poignant moments in Michael Gracey's film. Robbie, the CGI chimpanzee, is at his lowest point after the dissolution of his relationship from his own self-destructive behaviour. He stands in Guy Chambers' home on their very first meeting, looking out the window of a suburban London home, trying to find the courage to share his lyrics. Robbie is embarrassed and shy, but you see the monkey's transformation as his chest lightens and he finds a space within himself to share his song. And it's a moment filled with vulnerability and hope, and suddenly you're even more emotionally invested, not just in a CGI chimpanzee, but Robbie's quest to reclaim his life through music. Gracey, fresh off his success with The Greatest Showman, brings a darker, more textured approach to Better Man. While that film was bright and jubilant, this one delves into the complexities of celebrity and the toll it takes on the soul. The visuals are an absolute feast for the eyes, particularly when it comes to translating Robbie's iconic songs into jaw-dropping sequences. Take his song Rock DJ, and the cheeky video clip featured Williams dancing on a platform at the center of a room as he's stripping down to his bare skin and bone while women roller skate around him. It's iconic, and the song was massive, and the video clip was a very formative experience for a lot of people, including myself. In Better Man, that same song is transposed into a riotous kinetic sequence filmed in Regent Square, where Robbie and his bandmates dance through the streets, causing car crashes, shifting costumes mid-stride, and creating pure chaos. The entire sequence culminates in a show-stopping, street-wide choreography that is simply mind-blowing. It's so visually inventive, and cinematographer Erik Wilson deserves a standing ovation. The transitions also between the scenes evoke a loosened, hazy timeline. One moment we're hurtling down a two-lane freeway at night as Robbie speeds towards oncoming traffic, and at the touch of impact, we're transported underwater with Robbie's body slowly sinking deeper. We're constantly connected to his outer self and inner turmoil through the imagery. But what Robbie doesn't understand is how to name his anxiety and depression. There was no word for the panic attacks that would become the backdrop of his career. His imposter syndrome creeps in and ultimately leads to the destructive decisions. Robbie's first album as a solo artist is called Escapology, and it features a song called Me and My Monkey, which is about Robbie Williams carrying this monkey along with him in Vegas, and it represents this primal force in his life, like an alter ego. In the song, the monkey is Robbie on cocaine, and at the end of the song, Robbie asks, "How did I get mixed up with this fucking monkey anyhow?" He carries a lot of guilt with him for this recklessness, and the choice to use Robbie's own eyes for the chimpanzee is the film's masterstroke. Director Michael Gracey has spoken about how they spent a lot of time looking for the evolution of monkey to man and figuring out the look they wanted, and it's Robbie's eyes that are used, and it's what makes this film so believable. It gives the character an unsettling but undeniable humanity. You don't just see the monkey, you see Robbie's soul. There aren't many idiosyncrasies of a monkey in the performance though. He doesn't eat a banana, throw a banana peel, or pick bugs out of people's hair. It's only when he is in the most pain and at that final breath before uncontainable rage, that's when the primate emerges and his teeth are bared and he releases an awful screech. Through it all, the film keeps coming back to the idea of a father-son relationship, particularly Robbie's desperate need for his father, Peter, played by Steve Pemberton, who abandoned him at a young age. It's a thread that weaves through the story, providing both the conflict and the emotional payoff that makes the film so powerful. Simon Gleeson, Oliver Cole, and Michael Gracey wrote the script, and Gracey conducted interviews with Robbie Williams for a year and a half, and even uses some of those recordings in the film to intimate effect. They've crafted a portrait of a man at war with himself, a man whose success both elevates and consumes him. And in doing so, they've created a film that's not just about Robbie Williams, the pop star, but Robbie Williams, the person. The craft alone will keep you captivated with its glossy, heightened sense of reality. And the finale is a complete and emotionally satisfying end. I grew up with Robbie's music, but I didn't really know much about him outside of his bad boy persona. This film made me appreciate him all the more because Michael Gracey has made a dynamic musical experience, and I'm a fan all over again.
I don't give a fuck what they think.
You give a fuck what everyone thinks.
Remember, I believe in you. So, the story starts.
You've made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for all the latest reviews. And did you see this one? What did you think of the chimpanzee? Leave me a comment in the section below and see you next time.